only in a plastic surgeon's office would he ever get away with the words that he says to a woman without this woman wanting to kick him in the balls and send him out the door. Because I'll tell you what, if you've ever been to a surgeon's office before and you put on that little paper gown that's all itchy and scratchy, you're freezing to death, and the doctor comes in to check you out and he looks at you and he's like, now, do you want to go bigger? And you're like, yeah, that's the right answer, right? And he's like, okay, good, definitely good. And so with that, is that the way you want to look? Or like, what is it that you want to look like? And you're going, well, aren't you the expert? You're the expert. I'm not the. You're the one who makes people beautiful all day long. I'm here just because I'm trying to get fixed. And what I mean by get fixed is I literally, at this point, when I met this doctor, I had already interviewed about, let's say about 39 plastic surgeons. My little boy, Brandon, who's 11 years old, went with me to go and interview all these doctors. And no, he was not in there when I was examined. Of course, he's a little boy. He'd take his little iPod and go sit in the waiting room. But he wanted to make sure whoever's going to cut me open was like actually legit and pretty good at what they knew and all that kind of stuff. Because we met some pretty interesting people that were like total nutcases. I'll tell you that right now. But anyways, to get back to where I was at with my little story at the beginning, it's hilarious that these doctors, they'll rip you apart, totally rip you apart, and you just sit there and smile and just say yes, exactly whatever you want, doctor, and then you write them a wonderful little check and they do this creation and you end up looking like a beautiful movie star, right? Wrong. This is not the Swan. Do y'all remember the Swan? I don't know if like you all even remember that show, but it is so funny. I watched that show. I'm like a reality TV junkie, and I had that show, The Swan, was a show about, they would take these women, and of course I think they had to have either photoshopped these pictures to be the worst pictures ever, or I don't know where they found the pictures because they were so bad. But anyways, they take these women, they take two at a time for each episode, and what they would do is they would they'd cover every mirror. They weren't allowed to talk to anybody. It was crazy. And so they put them on these diets, and they would do all these procedures and everything to them. And then at the very end of the show, they would do what was called like the reveal. And the reveal would be like, they would go in front of a mirror, they would like take off the big old tarp or whatever, and the girls would go like, oh my gosh, it's me, and they'd like touch their face and all that kind of stuff, and we're like, well, yeah, what'd you expect? You just had like 30 procedures done. Crazy, absolutely crazy, because that's not even the worst part. The worst part about it was they would kick one of the swans off, and the other one would have to compete in a pageant. It'd be like the swan pageant. And then, the swan pageant. And then I guess you'd be like Queen Swan, right? Isn't that the way that life works out? Is that the way life is? No, absolutely not. And that is definitely not how my plastic surgery journey went. I am going to take you along on a great journey of mine that is not even close to being over. But I'll tell you what, mine's a little bit unconventional, but it's absolutely as candid as possible, and I will be more than happy to answer any and every question that you may have burning inside that beautiful, glorious heart of yours. So, It is about, I'd say 1 o'clock in the morning right now. I don't have the best lighting and I am absolutely exhausted, but I am so excited to really get going on this little kind of series, I guess you could say, because right now I have already announced doing the booty boot camp, which I can't, like, I'm so excited about. I'm still in the recovery process for my surgeries, so I'm not able to really exercise or anything like that yet. Thank goodness. I got like an excuse not to exercise. Hallelujah. But that doesn't help my booty. I need some help in that department. That's absolutely for sure. For sure. So, anyways, beauties, I am going to tell you from head to toe my little experience. I don't have like a before picture because honestly, well, I would definitely say that it definitely physically does look different. I'm not going to lie about that because what I had going on, it was rough. It was very, very, very rough. And I had thought about like how I was going to go ahead and vlog my experience because I really wanted to show you all really what it was like and what I was going through, and I didn't want any kind of like misconceptions, especially if there's any kind of anything about me on the internet or any kind of just publications or anything like that about me. I wanted to make sure y'all knew the truth, and I definitely am telling you anything you want to know about it. And so I'm going to start off about that day because I got a funny story to tell you about what happened. But then after that, I'm probably going to after what happened that day, I'll probably end it for this video because I know you don't want to watch me talk for like 2 hours. And I will split it up into little episodes, but I'll tell you at the very end something that's really, really cool that one of our beauties came up with, like, as an idea, and I think it's genius, and so I'll get there in a minute. So anyways, though, when I was there and I was in the gown and he's going, yeah, that doesn't look good or whatever, and I was like, well, you know, while I'm here, let me go ahead and get some Botox. And he's like, okay. And do me a favor, let's make sure you're a good candidate. I don't want you to waste your money. That's exactly what he said to me, by the way. Rockstar, cool. We like people like that. That's so awesome. I love, love, love honesty. That is very cool. So anyways, so he, you know, I went about the Botox and I said, I'd like to get some Botox. He goes, okay, do me a favor and do a frown. And I'm going, like this, you know, frown. He's like, okay, is that how you frown? I'm like, I don't know, how do you make a frowny face? Like, is that a frowny face? Or, I mean, every face that they ask you to make, the expression lines, they're like crazy looking faces. I mean, if you do those faces all the time, then you're like deserve to have those wrinkles. You really do. So, anyways, though, to make a long story short, my son had come in the room for when it was time for me to get Botox because, you know, they run off and get the stuff and everything. He came in and he was playing his iPod, and it was so funny because when it was time for me to get the Botox, he goes, okay, here I go ahead and frown, you know, to make the little pokies, and he starts going and goes, girls and boys, for you who have never had Botox before, it makes a crunching noise that sounds exactly like, I mean, it really does, like, because it's going through your muscle and your skin, and it really does make like this crunching noise. And so I'm having, obviously you are going to swell and stuff too, but luckily I didn't bruise that much this last time. But it was really funny though because, you know, you have all these little like mosquito bite things and all this stuff like wherever they do it at. And if you have a really good surgeon or nurse or whoever's doing your Botox, they can really do some really cool things with the Botox. So, I mean, yes, that is one thing I'm going to answer right now. I have had Botox done. I love it. I think it is a great option for me. I have also tried the Dysport. Is that what it's called? It's the other one that's like not Botox but acts like Botox. I've done that as well. I mean, whatever the wrinkle freezing skin thing. Yeah, I've done it. I need it again right now. I mean, you can see I'm like totally moving my little wrinkles right here, but everything else real. Okay, no teeth. We don't count teeth. These are veneers. I'm telling you that straight up too. Those are veneers as well. But I do want to say I did get into a car accident, and that is the reason why I was at the surgeon in the first place. So, next time when I go for my little next episode of my little surgery, my plastic surgery journey, I'm going to explain to you exactly where I was at and what my head was and what was going on inside my head to make me do the things I did and everything in between. There's so many layers to this story, you have no clue. But I will have to say that if you looked at the pictures at the beginning of the video, the ones of my feet, the reason why I showed you them, not only do those shoes and toes look way cute, don't they? I just couldn't resist. No, that's not why. But because I'm having a complication right now called edema in my left leg, it is like basically this size. It's like this big. It's so big. My other one's like normal. It's crazy. I don't know why that one leg is doing it, but it just is. And so that's something that I wanted to show you that is not so hot right now, but just the way it is. So that's one of my little kind of issues I got going on, but that's not too bad. But I do have something exciting to say before I sign off here. And, you know, I did have some thoughts in my mind that maybe I should just go ahead and do a little different direction with my plastic surgery and just go ahead and tell you everything that happened or whatever. But it literally would have taken forever. That is one of the reasons why I am doing it this way. But I really thought what would be a lot of fun is one of the beauties recommended the Ustream to me, and I am seriously thinking about doing that, not only for the surgeries but for the booty boot camp. I think that would be absolutely amazing to do Ustream, and I could definitely answer any and every question live at a certain time that would work for all of you, or you could watch it later, or however you want to do it. It would work out beautifully instead of waiting for my answers for questions and all that, because a lot of times I'm super duper busy and I'm not able to make it throughout the day. So please, please, please ask any and every question. I am totally going to answer whatever you ask. So I would absolutely love what is it that you want to know and what you want to see and all that kind of stuff. Come on, this is a nice family audience, so let's not do anything rated R, because I don't do that kind of stuff. So, but I will definitely show like my belly and all that kind of stuff. And again, like with the beauty boot camp, we are going to just have a great time. Everybody's going to just be the best bombshells that we can be. And that is one of the reasons why I am sharing my plastic surgery story, because that is helping me be the best bombshell. Because if I didn't do it, then I would be like miserable for the rest of my life. And not because like my girls would be off or anything. By the way, who calls them the girls? I want to know who named them that. If you all can figure out who did that, I'd like to know. Because before I used to just call them boobies. That's what they were, boobies or TTs or tatas or I don't know, whatever you call them. I don't know. But now they're the girls, and I don't know where that came from. Just wondering. Food for thought on that one. So anyways, my little beauties, let me know what you think about the Ustream. I think it would be a lot of fun. And make sure you check out the blog. I'm trying my best to keep up. I got so many exciting things to talk about and tell you all about. So many projects, so little time. And make sure you check out all the other fun little channels that I have featured. They got some awesome, amazing YouTubers, and they're just absolutely amazing to watch and a lot of fun to listen to as well. So anyways, my little beauties, I love you all so much. I thank you so much for listening to my story, and I thank you so much for your kind words and for being amazing and as beautiful on the inside as the outside. So anyways, my little gorgeouses, I am going to go get some much needed beauty sleep, and hopefully I will hear from you very, very soon so I can keep making you all more videos, and I got some awesome, awesome fun things to come. So, my little beauties, I love you all very much, and I thank you so much for watching, and make sure you keep watching because I will have another one coming up very, very soon. More surgery stories, and it gets juicy. I'm telling you, crazy. It really does get crazy because I really got bullied big time. That's when it really gets bad. But we're not going to go there right now because we're happy. So anyways, my beauties, I love you all so much, and I hope you all have a bombshell day. Love you all. Later, Gators. See ya.